Hello everybody and welcome, I'm Avise, and in this video I want to explain the real difference between Novamira and Novamira Pro. As you probably know, Novamira is the free open source WordPress plugin that gives your AI agent full access to your site through MCP. Access to everything. So the question is simple. If Novamira already gives access to everything, what does Pro add? So let me explain. With Novamira on its own, the agent has access but no specific knowledge of the tools on your site. So every time you ask it to work with a builder or a plugin, the agent has to self-document. So he has to inspect things, work out how the tool behaves, and finally decide how to act. That means that the outcome depends almost entirely on how capable your AI model is. That means that a strong model figures it out, while a weaker one struggles or gets it wrong. And it starts that learning process over and over again each time. Now, you can absolutely save what the agent discovers into your own skills and reuse it. That definitely helps. But those are still discoveries, things that probably work. Behind the scenes, that might not be the right way to do it, and that's the catch. It's not enough that the result looks like it works. A page can render fine and still be built wrong under the hood, in a way that comes back to bite you later. Novamira Pro removes that uncertainty with what we call specializations. For each supported plugin, we do the work up front. So we build the abilities, that is the precise actions that the agent can take. We write the skills, that is the know-how for how that plugin should be handled. And finally, we test them, so they behave the way they're supposed to. So in this case, the agent no longer has to figure out the tool out. It uses our test skills and abilities directly. This changes the result in two big ways. First, the outcome becomes predictable, because the path is built and tested by us. You get consistent results instead of something that varies every run. Second, and this is the one people underestimate, you can use a less powerful, cheaper AI model. When a plugin is covered by our specialization, the intelligence is already baked into the tools and the test, so the model doesn't have to be brilliant to get it right. Outside of specialization or on a free version alone, it's the opposite. There's no tested path, so everything rides on your model. The smarter and the more expensive the model is, the better your odds. Because as I said before, the agent self-documents from scratch each time, and obviously results vary. And what happens when a specialization gets something wrong? This is where Pro has something that really helps. If the agent hits a real problem in specialization, you can ask it to prepare a Novamira feedback report, which is a clean, sanitized summary of what went wrong with no private data, no page content, and nothing identifying. You see exactly what it says, and it comes straight to us. And here's why that only makes sense with Pro. A specialization is ours, since we built it and tested it. So when you report a problem, there's a real shared thing that we can go in and fix. And that fix reaches every Pro user. On free instead, what failed was the agent improvising its own approach on your site. And so there's nothing of ours behind it to correct. So a report would have nowhere to go. The feedback loop only exists because with Pro we own the solution. So the more you and other users tell us, the sharper the specializations will get, and the more of your stack becomes predictable and tested. So to recap, Novamira gives your AI access to your site, and the result depends on how smart your model is. Novamira Pro instead gives it tested skills and abilities for supported plugins, so results are predictable and you can run cheaper models and still get it right. I hope this video helped to understand better the difference between the two versions. So I'll see you in the next video, and I invite you to like and subscribe to stay updated on our new content about Novamira. You can find all the links in the description below, and bye.